Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was super fun. It kind of reminded me of the thing we did at the bowl game. It's kind of that similar kind of format. So just kind of being able to give back to the community, it's always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So I was actually able to run around with the little camera, the little tripod. So it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, yeah, he did like a little flip. It was crazy, though. It was awesome. It was awesome. Had me crying. Had me crying. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, the spring was awesome. Just really seeing the growth from really kind of like the young guys, specifically guys like Taz, guys like Ashton and Ja'Cory, just kind of seeing them just do this all spring, and then seeing guys like myself, and then Cole and Ashton, everybody just kind of had this upward trajectory as we kind of went along. So kind of seeing that as we finished, it was honestly a really great spring, and I'm just really excited, kind of moving into the summer, and then moving into the fall, of course. So. Just it's just upward trajectory all around. Yeah, no, for sure. I think I've realized that losing guys like Hal, Monterey, Keytron in our room, I know I had to kind of take that next step, that next role to, like I said, build up the younger guys because there's a whole lot of new faces in the room. So just kind of being looked at as that dude who's kind of, I am a seasoned vet, so being looked at as that and just kind of taking that role on, just helping younger guys. Examples like helping Ja'Cory on kind of his steps on a kind of goal ball. So things like that, and just kind of taking that and just moving forward with that for sure. Oh yeah, no, the guys have been awesome. Someone like Cole, real speedy dude. Dude can get out. Same with Kobe. Both of them are kind of step for step in terms of speed. And then specifically on the defensive side, guys like Devin Turner, he's been a huge addition in terms of like our safety room. We've really just been battling all spring. It's been great, friendly competition, but just kind of seeing those additions, it's been a real good help. Yeah, no, for sure. I think kind of those guys kind of already being here, someone like myself too, just already knowing the offense, already knowing like what's to come, and just kind of trying to build off of that compared to last year. I think that's really been a huge help, and just kind of getting started with like more like a solid foundation, I guess you could say, and just kind of using that to propel us. Yeah, no, for sure. I would say it kind of started when, really when he first got here. I was kind of throwing back when Blake was here too. I was throwing with him and Sawyer at times because they're in the battle. And then just as we kind of continued to progress, and then he got his moment to shine, the connection was really already there. And so I remember going to the Air Force game when he was going to take over. He was like, "Dude, I'm gonna let it fly, man. So just be ready." So I just kind of had that mindset in the back of my head, and then just kind of went off from there for sure. Yeah, no, I would just say not being complacent, not being satisfied, always just being hungry. I mean, shoot, really just looking back at my journey from walk on to where I'm at now, just treating myself like I'm still in that walk on position and just being like, man, I got to keep going. I got to keep going. So just not letting complacency, things like that creep in for sure. Oh yeah, no, that was awesome too. A guy like him, he's been with Spav already, so he already knows the ins and outs of the offense. So he's another kind of leader in our room and just someone we can just always rely on. So he's honestly a freak athlete. So the things that he can do, it's pretty crazy, and his hands are huge, super huge. So he's just another reliable guy that we can always count on for sure. So having him, it's awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. Kind of at the beginning of the spring, we said, "Hey, whatever happens, just always look forward and always just really get better 1% every day." And so I think that's what we really did. Kind of like what I was saying earlier. It was just upward trajectory. Guys making less and less mistakes, not making the same mistakes, and just kind of just building off of that and just getting better every day. So I think we're in a really good spot for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. I think you just kind of look back on whenever you were a kid, getting to do stuff like that, see people who you look up to. So just really cool to impact the community in that way. It was really cool. There's a lot. I'd say it's not really pressure, but more of expectations. Like the standard is higher. And I think we've got a lot of pieces coming back, and this spring has been just building on it. And it's been really cool to see some guys who were big pieces last year who are going to be even bigger pieces next year, and new guys coming in that are going to be successful in the fall too. And it's just been really cool. Yeah, I think we've done a lot better job of communicating, getting everybody on the same page. I feel like everybody's been in their books for the most part. A lot of people know what's going on. And so, I mean, for some of these new guys, like, it's a lot, It's not high school football anymore, But it's been really good. I feel like we've done a lot better job of just being on the same page, playing together, playing as a unit, not just for individual stats, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So much of football is just being a team, and I think that goes with playing football, but that also goes just being brothers, just doing life together. So just getting to know the guys on more of a personal level, I think just builds to the team chemistry and is going to help us win games in the fall. They had a lot. They're both very, very, very talented football players, and they've came in with a mindset that they were gonna win. They were gonna win their one-on-ones. They were gonna go play, and they've fit right in. We're blessed to have them, and glad to have them in the room. I know they're gonna help us win games in the fall. So, yeah, yeah. I think part of my job is just corralling the position group. Just getting us all headed the same direction. I think you can get caught up in the individual accolades or the praise for yourself, but like at the end of the day, like our position group needs to be the best that it can be, and I think part of my role is to make sure that we get there, and to keep everybody on track. So. For sure. I mean, like I said, we had a lot of pieces coming back. Just all of us getting out there playing football again it's great. And the standard is higher. That's kind of how it works, and we're all really looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I think we get a lot of our scrimmage work, in the past few weeks. Just trying to keep people healthy, towards the end of spring ball, I think is really important, especially with the season kind of turning ahead to be right around the corner. Yeah, I thought it was really good. And like I said before, playing the little thing for the kids, I thought was really cool. I hope they enjoyed it as much as we did. Yeah, I think probably for me, one of my goals going into the spring was just to get to know the new guys, make the freshmen feel at home, make the transfers feel like, they belong here and we're excited to have them. And I guess if you're talking football-wise, I feel like I've improved a lot just technique-wise. I put on a lot of weight last year, so that helped a lot. And so kind of getting into more of the details of just footwork, hands, things like that. I feel like I've gotten better at this spring. So, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, he's been awesome. He brings such an energy to the room and just so much expertise. He's coached a lot of football. He's played a lot of football, and he's just I feel like he does such a good job of just keeping us all together as one. It's not one individual or a few guys. Like, he coaches all of us the same. And so it's been really good to have him. It's huge. It's huge. I mean, it gives the defense confidence, that our offense is going to get in the game in the fall and they're going to be ready, Sawyer's such a good leader. And there's not enough kind words that I could say about Sawyer. He does everything right, He's so easy to follow. So I think having him coming back, being as successful as he was, he's going to fulfill all those expectations, and I truly believe that. Yeah. I think it can be hard to tell at first, but I feel like we've gotten some really good pieces that have come in, and then also just the pieces coming back I've seen a lot of improvement, in the spring. So yeah, I'd say so. Oh, for sure, a lot of improvement. Coach Powledge, Coach Gonzalez was a great addition to the staff. He's been doing a great job, and some of the transfers that we brought in are going to be really good. Kind of hard to see kind of what the fall is really going to look like, but seeing a lot of improvement and just guys really wanting to take that extra step to improve. And I think that's part of the battle that we fight every day. It's consistency. It's not showing up one day and then just lollygagging through the next. You got to be consistent. So I think seeing that out of really the whole team, but the back end for sure.